directly and to say, the PNM basically, that the party and we are associated and we're involved in drugs and we're involved in narco trafficking. The Prime Minister needs to be very careful about this brush that they're painting. And a lot of what they are saying, they say it under the cover of parliamentary privilege. And that is the big difference.
Beckles made the comment during a media conference yesterday. Attorneys for businessman Dominic Hadid and his wife Genevieve will appear before the appeal court next week to challenge their continued detention in connection with an alleged plot to assassinate government officials. The couple secured an urgent hearing for Tuesday after their lawyers and state attorneys appeared yesterday morning before Appellate Judge Peter Rajkumar. That decision came less than 24 hours after a High Court judge rejected a request to fast-track their substantive case, in which the Hadids claim they are being targeted because of their ethnicity and a dispute over state land leases. Their attorneys say the push for urgency stemmed from Hadid's worsening health since his detention. In the appeal, the defense argues Justice Frank Sipasad made more than a dozen errors last week when he denied interim relief. Sipasad ruled that releasing the couple could cause greater harm if intelligence behind their arrests proves to be accurate. The Hadid's lawyers counter that the judge wrongly placed the burden on them to prove their detention illegal instead of requiring police to justify holding them. They also say he failed to weigh their claims of discrimination and evidence about prison conditions. Former Prime Minister Dr. Keith Rowley says he's taken note of recent developments which include perceived finances to diplomatic passport holders. Dr. Rowley said there's an unease under this government. In an exclusive interview with CNC3 News yesterday, Dr. Rowley said the government is going after a certain community they believe has gained a social and economic advantage by being perceived financiers of the PNM.
And I see they putting some icing on the cake about millions being paid to the PNM. Who is in a position to support that and with what? I don't know what the Hadids do with their money. I tell you one thing, they certainly didn't give it to the PNM.
And while he was careful not to comment directly on the Hadid matter, he did say he's concerned about how things are evolving, especially the positions taken by the Prime Minister against a particular group of people.
But people like the story because some people have done well. The Chinese community, the Syrian community, the Indian community, and not enough people in the Afro community.
Stay tuned for another news update at the top of the hour and for comprehensive coverage in our midday news and major newscasts at 7 p.m. on CNC3.
Hey, good Friday morning, Trinidad and Tobago. We're going to get into the meat of the action because it is one of those action-packed Fridays. Lots to treat with, about 4 interviews inside the second hour and about 3 inside this first hour. Lots of guests coming in to really give us details concerning some of the events for the weekend. The two co-elections around the corner. One of the candidates putting up themselves for president. He's stepping in, Dean Galston. Avid pan luminary is stepping in to treat with a beautiful event happening in a couple of days. And by all means, just a good Friday as we get ready for this weekend. Final day for school for many. So from next week, Monday, it's officially the start of the July-August vacation. By all means, sit back, relax, enjoy. Jason Williams, that's my name. I'm signing on. It is the Morning Brew. You're in the right time, at the right place. Let's get the ball rolling. All right, running in on this Friday morning, Friday the 10th of July, 2026. Jay and the team, we here till 8, action-packed inside the second hour, your poetry, some music, yes, towards the end, and some puppetry in time for the July-August vacation. Yes, using puppets to send the message to the youngsters and to tell stories. But let's see what's happening via our front page. Let's unpack the details immediately and get into the action. As mentioned, lots of guests on this Friday installment of the Morning Brew. So the Trinidad and Tobago Guardian giving us the latest via the Hadid's story. They're going to be granted appeal. The court meets on Tuesday to review Justice C. Prasad's decision not to release couple from detention. And you're seeing here via the front page their legal team. Lots of people just, using all aspects of the law. That's the legal team leaving the High Court yesterday. And at least concerning this case, the latest is that they've been granted appeal. They're going to hear, again, on Tuesday, the court will meet to review Justice C. Prasad's decision not to release the couple from detention. That story develops more on page 5. Also on page 5, you're seeing the former Prime Minister there, Dr. Rowley. He accuses the UNC of unfairly targeting perceived opponents. It gives a good read this morning, a chance to try to make sense of all what's happening in the political space. And right there inside the papers, also on page 4, you're seeing where the Prime Minister oversees Venezuela relief efforts. So we have, in a major way, sending supplies. I know Ansa McCall would have been featured in the papers yesterday, sending some equipment. The government also doing their part. And other private citizens and Siwa, TT, and others, who, a matter of fact, they're coming on this morning, the Siwa TT team. Once there's any kind of disaster, any kind of disturbance of life, and there is something that is causing people to the normal way of life, it's been disturbed, as I would have mentioned. Siwa TT, they step up, and they have their Venezuela earthquake relief program going on, and we have to again say kudos to Siwa TT. It's not the first time I'm touching base with them. Any major happening, we saw it with Jamaica and Melissa last year. Any kind of disruption, local or abroad, Siwa TT, they step up in a big way. So that's what's happening here via the front page. Let's head to the back page on this Friday morning. And it's the man of the moment. Comment the moment, comment the man. Mbappe, Kylian Mbappe. And all this happened yesterday while missing a penalty in the first half. He really came to life in the second half. And Morocco, who really, I could safely say, had a good showing. They've really become no more underdogs with Morocco. They're in the conversation. I thought they would have really given it a bigger fight. And it seemed like the 2 goals really knocked the wind out of their sails. They're going home, but they can't feel any kind of way. They can go home with their head held high. What a showing by Morocco yet again in the World Cup. They made the semis last time around. This time they made the quarterfinals, and Mbappe and France, they march on to the semifinals. They will meet up the winner of the Spain-Belgium clash. And then we look forward to that Norway-England. And of course, Switzerland, I believe, will come up against Argentina, who also look like they're pulling out all the stops, late goals, drama to move on to the next round. Many anticipate it could be a France-Argentina rematch, but then again, Norway in the conversation, and Norway playing that free-flowing, just enjoying the football. And you look at Erling Haaland's vlog. He's telling his story. If you go on YouTube and you put him in, you're going to see where he's telling his story of the World Cup. You could tell he's just living in the moment. His words. He's not even studying the next game or the next opponent. He's living in the moment, and they're just enjoying the football. And when you go into any tournament with that kind of freedom, that kind of clear mind to just enjoy the game, chances are you go very far. The pressure seems to kind of be almost off your shoulder. So it promises some twists and some turns, this World Cup 2026. It's definitely one for the ages. Action on the pitch, and even more action off the pitch, and political interference and questions concerning FIFA's president. It's all happening in the US, Mexico, and Canada for World Cup 2026. Mbappe and France, they march on to the semis. Mbappe seems unstoppable. And that French team, in Trinidad terms, we call that a bomb squad. When you see a bomb squad in football, you know it's a top team. So all the best to all the teams that still exist and still remain alive in the tournament. We head to the brief and we focus on the mighty Sparrow, 91 years young. Oh yes, Sparrow. Birdie, class is class. The amount of times people try to put the Sparrow, that is both of them, 92, I remember that performance. Both of them, oh gosh, hey. Birdie is one I could safely say I've met on numerous occasions. That's a BBC documentary with Kitch and Sparrow from back in the day. I mean, folks, it's in black and white. That's to tell you. That's to tell you how long ago that was. And the point I was going to make, the amount of times people said the mighty Sparrow was no more. They declared this man dead and gone on about 3 occasions, I recall, as an official release. Something, you know, man, sending out posts. And Birdie had to tell them, no, Birdie here. And Birdie, I mean, he might not be in the best of shape. He's on a wheelchair now. He's not as mobile. He can't really move around and gallivant and you know, dance like how he would. But he's still in good voice, and the faculty is still there. Birdie could still remember his songs. He could have a conversation. And I would have had the distinct pleasure of interviewing Sparrow on 2 occasions and having conversations with him off the stage. Oh boy, what a contribution. And he is still going strong. I think the only Calypsonian that might be a little bit, in terms of years, older than Sparrow. So the oldest I know on record would be Lord Nelson, who is still on his feet, moving around. You have the little cane, he's still wearing the jumpers, he's still the onesies, you know, you can't get away, that's Nelson's trademark. Sparrow is right behind. And I believe Crazy is also in the conversation, you know. I think Crazy is somewhere in his 80s going up the road, you know. He doesn't look it. But Crazy is also one of the senior statesmen in the culture. So hats off to the Birdie. Congratulations, 91 and going strong, living out there in New York, living his best life. And as he says here, feeling good, feeling wonderful. And I'm not going to doubt the Birdie. What a contribution to the music and to the culture. Yes, the mighty Sparrow at 91, going strong. Also, you're seeing here Samson Anton talking to some students. Well done, Samson. He's our deputy managing editor. And he's, you know, just giving inspiration, words of advice to the Form 1 students at the Marabella South Secondary during a visit by the Guardian media team. We tend to do that a lot. Go to the schools, try to inspire the next generation of journalists, reporters, photographers, you know, media professionals. And believe you me, if we could change the heart or we could light a fire in one, we would have done our part. Because I recall in school, certain people coming in and speaking to us, and I remember that kind of giving me an energy and encouragement to pursue what I'm doing today. All right, so it's a good look. Well done to Samson and the team. Tremendous social, I would say, responsibility really, going out there to interact and to inspire the next generation. Tuco elections, it's around the corner. We're going to treat with one of the candidates putting up themselves. That's happening. Of course, Siwa, TT as mentioned. They're coming inside this first hour. And Dean Galston getting us ready for tomorrow's Generations of Steel concert. That's what the first hour looks like on this Friday morning. But up next, Tuco elections.
Ever wonder how the way you start your day can make all the difference? Tired of waking up struggling with congestion? Without NeilMed Sinus Rinse, you are likely to battle with nasal congestion, impacting energy levels and overall well-being. The choice is clear. A great morning starts with NeilMed Sinus Rinse. Now I can't imagine starting my day without it. All natural sinus relief.
दुनिया में सिर्फ तरह के लोग हुए हैं, वुल्फ और शीप। मैं वुल्फ हूँ। तो क्या है?
वुल्फ की बेटी वुल्फ ही होती है सर।
इंडिया के नेक्स्ट जनरेशन सोल्जर्स तैयार करें रितेश हैप्पी बर्थडे
Alpha opens Friday 10th.
So the younger one complaining that the older one is the favorite one. That is pressure. Always aim to treat your children fairly and impartially and do it consistently. Each child is different and will not learn or understand the same way. Take your time in tense situations to control your emotions and reactions and be mindful of any potential favoritism. Favoritism can lead to resentment and jealousy. At the end of the day, do your best. Share if you found this useful. Like and follow CTA's profiles for more parenting tips. The letter of the day is J. Just.
This is more than just music. This is where you find the best of TNT. This is more than just a vibe. This is where Bollywood gets a twist. This is more than just energy. This is Bhangra and indie pop too. This is the mix. This is the life. Lock on or log on now. Sangeet 106.1 FM. This is authentic East Indian radio. This is us.
Tuku elections carded for Sunday. We wish the candidates the very best going into this most critical and crucial election cycle. As mentioned, one of the guests stepping in, I would have mentioned president, but he would have informed me it's actually the vice president role he's stepping into, and he will give me the clarity as to moving from the president to the vice president, candidacy. And we want to say sincere welcome to Roger Mohammed and all the best going into Sunday's election. Thanks for being here, and I look forward to our most important conversation.
Thank you.
Roger, what caused the initial shift from, I know you're putting your hat in the president's ring and then you decided to go vice president. Could you explain me that particular change really of position there?
Well, Jason, a few months ago, as a matter of fact, since last year, I have indicated my intention to run for president. After Calypsonian, Bali, and myself, we went public and started to agitate against some of the wrongs that were being committed by the executive of Tuku. And I started getting a set of calls, numerous calls. My phones were inundated with calls from Tuku members and even members of the public, urging me to run for office. And then months after, Kurt Allen, he decided to throw his hat in the ring as well. Then there was another lady, Miss Mahalia Charles, or the only lady I should say, the only female, Miss Mahalia Charles, and I would have made it the fourth person. So you have the incumbent, Mr. Ainsley King, Mr. Kurt Allen, Miss Mahalia Charles, and I would have made it the fourth person. And to my mind, that really simply wasn't making sense for four people to be running for the office of presidency. What that would have resulted in is the splitting of votes, and it may not have achieved the desired outcome, which is to effect positive change in the executive of Tuku. So in that regard, I decided to change my position and run for the office of vice president instead.
And what's the, in terms of the vice president's role and let's say the president, what are the major distinctions that will define the two roles? Because obviously the vice president must have a major play too, but I would imagine everything will run through the president.
Well, in the absence of the president, the vice president will be in charge, obviously, and he will be in charge of the general council meetings and meetings of the various committees, because TUCO, the organization, is made up of several different committees. We have different zones. We have the North Zone, we have the East Zone, we have the South Central Zone, we have the Tobago Zone. So that in the absence of the president, the vice president will be in charge of all these committees and when they have any meetings and so on.
And I guess understanding the dynamics of the election, understanding the amount of folks who are able to vote, you would have taken yourself out not to split the vote, because ultimately I would imagine you want to see a fresh executive remove the incumbent. What are some of the major issues plaguing TUCO at this point in time that you believe, if given the opportunity, you could bring solutions to?
I would start with a lack of communication. A lack of communication, the communication style of this current executive, TUCO executive, is very poor. Leaves a lot to be desired. I would also say transparency, a lack of transparency and accountability. You know, I always say those who use the words transparency and accountability the most happen to be those who practice them the least. You know, every opportunity you get, you will hear this current TUCO president talking about transparency and accountability. But whether he practices it is another question. And I'll just give you two examples. Because there are some good things happening at TUCO. I'm not saying that everything is negative, all right? But TUCO took Calypso to the Apollo in New York City in 2024. We applaud that. That's a good thing. But what was the cost to the organization? What did that venture cost TUCO? Did TUCO make a profit from that venture at the Apollo, or did the organization suffer heavy losses? The president, the executive of TUCO, never came to the membership and told us anything. Another example is the office of TUCO. The TUCO's main office was located at Jerningham Avenue in Belmont for years.
I remember there for years, yeah.
For years, for decades. Suddenly, we got up one morning and heard that TUCO office was relocated to Rosalino Street in Woodbrook. Now, it's a modern building. All right, we applaud that. But what is the status of that building? Does that building belong to TUCO? Is that building being rented by TUCO?
So the membership doesn't know the details? This is the
point I'm making. Too many unilateral decisions are being made, and I, as a financial member, for one, I am tired of being left in the dark. TUCO is a membership organization, and I feel a lot of the members are dissatisfied, totally dissatisfied with that lack of communication and that lack of transparency and accountability. In addition to that, unaudited accounts. The accounts of TUCO have not been audited since, I believe, since 2021. And we had to, Bali had to actually file through the Freedom of Information Act to get that information because it was not forthcoming. All right, so you can't be talking about transparency and accountability and not practicing it.
Roger, what you want to bring to the table, if given the opportunity to serve on Sunday by the body, what you think would be your ethos, what would be your approach to leadership within the space as vice president, once given the opportunity to serve?
Jason, what I think TUCO needs, the executive of TUCO, they need people who have managerial skills. I think that is a major problem plaguing the executive of TUCO. It isn't enough for you to be a Calypsonian and a popular and you win this and you win that. That ought not to be enough to qualify you to be an executive member of TUCO. You need people with the requisite skills. And I, being the holder of a master's degree in strategic leadership and management from the University of the West Indies, I think that I am fully equipped to be the bridge between organizational strategy and execution. And with my background in law enforcement as well, I was a police officer for 26 years. You know, I think I can also bring that discipline to the executive of TUCO, because there's a problem that TUCO has as well. I have been to many TUCO meetings, and they will say a TUCO meeting starting at 10 o'clock in the morning, 11:30, people still strolling in, no accountability, no reason for their tardiness, you know. So apart from being an advisor to the president, I think that I have the requisite qualifications and experience. I've been a bona fide member of TUCO for almost 25 years. So I think I have what it takes, the qualifications and the experience to bring that to the table. I have several plans that I plan to, that I want to propose once given the opportunity to become vice president. Focus must be placed on the young ones.
And in that regard, how does TUCO or even yourself, Roger, plan to expand the membership and make it even more attractive to the young people? Because there are young calypsonians stepping up, and we're seeing where there's certain artists like, let's say, a Freetown Collective or Make Altasia, who are dabbling between the soca and the kaiso part of the culture. How do we get more of those folks involved and to become members?
What I propose, once given the opportunity, is to partner with some of the world-renowned composers that we have right here in Trinidad and Tobago, with a view to teaching the young ones to compose their own songs. You see, the more the young folks are inclined to write their own songs, they will be less attracted to artificial intelligence. And that is something that I really am looking at seriously, because if artificial intelligence or AI is not managed responsibly, calypso as we know it could be in danger. It could be in danger. I saw where the government of St. Vincent, I believe it is, they are already taking steps to pass legislation to restrict AI in their music and even in their mass and that kind of thing. We have to be careful with this technology. While it is good, we're not running away from the technology, but we also need to manage it responsibly, because we have to be able to continue to appreciate the creativity and the ingenuity of the human mind.
Of course.
It isn't right, or it ought not to be right, for a boy or girl, a man or woman, to sit down days and nights, possibly weeks, composing his or her calypso, to compete, especially when it comes to the competition, to compete against a man or woman who just sit down in front of a computer and tell ChatGPT what to write for him or her. So that's something that not many people are speaking about it, but it's something that I have been thinking about, and it's something that needs to be managed responsibly.
As we get ready for the elections on Sunday, Roger, are you going in feeling confident?
I am very confident. However, there have been strong allegations, and I deliberately use the word allegations, about voter padding, particularly in the South Zone and the Tobago Zone. Strong allegations. And as a matter of fact, as you raise that question, I want to ask TUCO members, particularly those from the South Zone, 2 questions this morning, and by extension, the wider public. The first question is it true that the TUCO South Zone held an executive meeting 2 days ago and passed a vote of no confidence against Ras Commander, who is the current chairman of the South Zone and who has also offered himself again for the vice presidency of TUCO? That's the first question. Is it true that the TUCO South Zone executive held a meeting 2 days ago and passed a vote of no confidence in Ras Commander? The second question is it true that Ras Commander had, these are just questions, I'm not making any statements, that Ras Commander has been calling people in the South Zone to ask them to select a particular person to be the returning officer for the TUCO elections coming on Sunday? Because this is the level of inefficiency that we are dealing with this present TUCO executive. A returning officer should have been identified before the TUCO elections on Sunday. That did not happen, right? Because we were supposed to have it at an AGM, and unfortunately 2 weeks ago we didn't have a quorum, so we could not have an AGM, we just had a meeting. What TUCO decided to do was to send a WhatsApp message to members of TUCO with 2 names. I wouldn't mention the names. One is a male, one is a female. A WhatsApp message asking the members to select one of these persons to be the returning officer for TUCO elections on Sunday. No photographs of the persons, no bios of the persons. We know nothing about these people. And it's not their fault. This is TUCO we're talking about. And this is so with these inefficiencies and with these rumors circling about, although I'm confident, I'm just hoping that everything is above board on Sunday, 12th of July.
And interestingly, we did reach out to Ainsley King, the current president, and, clearly elections is Sunday. This is our final show for the week, so we did not really get a chance to touch base with the incumbent. I wonder if that's by design. I really don't know, because he would have featured on the program before, but during this election cycle, only yourself, Kurt Allen, and we had Joey Rivers. You were the ones that stepped up to talk to the wider audience about some of the issues. So really interesting times we find ourselves in. And I want to wish you the best, Roger, going in. And Roger did not mention that, obviously, outside of the academic accolades and his years in security, he's also in the Calypso world known as the bodyguard. That's the man right there. Yes, so Roger, all the best, and I look forward to the elections on Sunday. I really want to see how the voting goes, and obviously I feel after we'll definitely have to have a postmortem.
Oh yes, one of the things I'm very concerned about too, in this technological age in which we live, TUCO needs to be, the horizon needs to be broadened. There are members of TUCO who live abroad, and I see no reason why they cannot attend a TUCO meeting or even participate in the process on Sunday in this day and age of technology.
Well, Roger, all the best. It's on Sunday. You're putting yourself up for vice president of TUCO, and we wish you the best in your endeavors. All the best, man.
Thank you. Thank you.
Roger Mohammed, touching base bodyguard, vice president candidate for TUCO elections on Sunday. We take a pause and we come back with some housekeeping to remind you ways you can, check in with us. And we also get you ready for Generations of Steel. Dane Galston supposed to be checking in for this one. See you soon.
Surfside Pool and Leisure is an exclusive distributor of Hayward Pool products in Trinidad and Tobago. We stock industry-leading pumps, high-performance filters, pool chemicals, and sanitizers to keep your pool performing at its best. When it's time to relax, explore our range of floats, loungers, toys, and pool accessories designed for the perfect backyard experience. Visit us 150 Boundary Road, San Juan, 78 SS Aaron Road, San Fernando. Top brands, expert advice, trusted service. Call 235-7665.
John Thomas presents a grand night for opera, featuring the magnificent voices of the Liberty Chorale under the baton of conductors Carl Anthony Hines and Siobhan Lawrence. Experience an opulent evening of musical brilliance as some of the finest voices of Trinidad and Tobago take the stage. Sunday, July 12th at Queen's Hall. Secure your early bird admissions today at Bobarista Movie Town, Port of Spain, Anthony's Floral at Ballpark Plaza, Michael and Jody's at Gulf City Mall, Dobom Dragwit Road, East Gates Mall, and IslandEtickets.com. See Believe social media pages or contact 754-0134 for details. A grand night for opera. One magnificent night, one unforgettable experience that you won't want to miss.
Period nights don't have to look like this. Move less, wake up to change. So change for a real night's sleep with Always Overnight. Its 3 times protection system absorbs, locks the fluid, and keeps it away from your skin. For protected nights without leaks. Always.
Welcome back. Let's get into some housekeeping. Ways to contact us, to sit with me on the couch like Roger Mohammed, who's putting up himself for vice president. People reach out, and it's a really simple process. You send your message to this email address, tmb@cnc3.co.tt, short to the point, and we bring you in. We make the space. You can join me live on the Zoom line. Your choice. Yes, we look forward to seeing you soon. Let's move across to the social media handles. Instagram, Facebook, and X active. That's where I get lots of my stories. Staying on top of what's happening at home, on the regional scene, and of course further afield with overseas and international developments. Like we're talking here, US developments, European developments, Middle East developments. Lots happening with that Iran-USA situation right now. It's kind of back to square one. Oh my goodness. And definitely stay on top of what's happening with our Instagram, Facebook, and X feeds. Another place for your verified breaking news is the CNC3 mobile app. #1 source, great place to stay on top of all breaking news. Must have on your smartphone. Get it today. Let's move to the Trinidad and Tobago Guardian. That's right, the legacy, the brand, the stalwart, part of the fabric that is Trinidad and Tobago. And it's 108 years. We're moving strong. That's right. You can visit guardian.co.tt for your subscription to enjoy the Guardian on your tablet, your laptop, or your smartphone. Let's take that pause and we come back much more on the other side.
Life. What a wonderful journey we're on. Each stage is unique. And at Tata Life, we not only understand, but also appreciate that you'll have different needs at different times. So trust us to protect you and yours with our comprehensive range of financial planning solutions to ensure that you never, ever have to worry. To learn more, contact a Tata Life advisor or visit tatalife.co.tt today. For the many stages of your life, Tata Life, a member of the Ansa McCall Group.
Looking for the ultimate gaming experience? Welcome to Phase 22 Gaming Lounge, where gamers of all ages come to play, compete, and have fun. Dive into your favorite games on PlayStation, Nintendo, Xbox, or race on our high-tech racing rigs. And experience the thrill of VR with PlayStation and Meta Quest. Our lounge is safe, comfortable, and perfect for everyone. When you're done, check out the latest gaming systems, accessories, and even Samsung and Apple phones. Visit us on the second floor of Gulf City Mall or call 786-2404 to book your gaming session today.
KC Gingermint, your trusted and natural wellness. Now with healthier options. KC Gingermint with honey and lime. KC Gingermint with orange and KC Gingermint with lemon. KC Ginger, honey, lemon, lime, and orange. Natural and trusted for generations for soothing sore throats and digestion and boost immunity. Get your new KC Candy Gingermint extended range today and breathe naturally.
Do you think all dishwashing soaps are the same? With some, they require more effort, and they don't wash as much. Try Dawn and discover its grease cleaning power. Dawn removes stubborn grease easier and faster than others. Additionally, it foam lasts 50% more. With Dawn, you use less product to clean more dishes and save with every wash. Dawn, triple grease cleaning power.
You and your father have betrayed me, Sophia. You've been lying to me from day one. Your father was in the hangar with a bag as he entered my plane.
Eduardo took that video so he could use it against me and my dad.
Enough! Don't lie to me.
But I'm telling the truth. That's the truth. I love you. Please believe me. I do love you.
You're lying! And I won't let you lie to me anymore.
Don't miss the gripping drama Cabo. Sundays at 8 p.m. only on CNC3.
As mentioned, CYTT doing tremendous work, not only in the community, but when it comes to helping our neighbors, anyone in need, when there is major disruption, disturbance to your lived reality. CYTT, they're guaranteed to step up, and that's what they're doing for our brothers and sisters down south in Venezuela. Revan Tilak Singh, president, joins me. And, I want to say to you, from since Amsham, when I saw the booth there and all the conversations we would have had, just kudos to the tremendous work and the volunteerism and the fact that you're able to mobilize to help Venezuelans in their time of need. Welcome, Rivan. Great to have you on the program.
Thanks to all your viewers and all the listeners too. Many of them are contributors to CNC3, and we're actually very grateful for these opportunities, especially from the media. A couple of things is when we heard this Venezuela issue, for us, while it is a tragedy and you feel the tragedy, is also opportunity. It's an opportunity for us to learn, because while we think God is a Trinity, sometimes God tests we also, right?
Yeah.
So we had to be ready for the test. And I mean, we've had earthquakes in the past, right? So what immediate response was, let us start observing, let us start looking. We kind of have the hurricane thing relatively okay. This is a different experience for earthquake. And how can we tweak everything that we normally do in Trinidad for floods and hurricanes of the islands to be appropriate for earthquake and appropriate for our neighbors?
Is there any difference really in terms of the response and what's requested, the immediate requests, the essentials? I would imagine they're more or less the same.
So I could tell you it's almost identical, right? So I mean, sometimes we wait for a needs list, right? And that need list changes more because of the resources the country have stored in their country as opposed to the different types of disasters, right? Food, shelter, those things are important. But what really is different is when you have a hurricane, a lot of time the structure is still okay and the roofs come off. Here, it's from foundation gone.
Yeah, the entire destruction.
Complete. So, I mean, the needs will be fairly same because everybody has to leave their home. But after the first week, right, there you see some changes. And the other big thing that we do consider is that infrastructure. So when a hurricane comes, it takes down the power lines and that kind of thing. But earthquake takes down the water system. Or everything underground gets destroyed. It's really a tremendous disaster.
Who's your contact person on the ground in Venezuela to ensure the supplies get to the most vulnerable?
So, as you know, Venezuela governance is very different from ours and most of the Caribbean. We have been working with groups that we've been in contact with for a long time. There's a Sai organization, a Sai Baba organization on the ground. And United Way Trinidad has made contact with United Way Venezuela for us. And AmTram TT has also made contact with AmTram Venezuela for us. So we have a lot of conference, and those organizations, United Way Venezuela, the World Food Program, those are all authorized by the government of Venezuela to distribute aid. So, and then we have our personal contacts that we have also.
Is it at any point that CNC3 personally yourself or anybody will actually be on the ground in Venezuela, or you're just sending the supplies?
So and this is one of the things about disasters, right? And being appropriate, right? We don't have accommodations there. When I say if you're going there to rough it on the ground, literally, right? And right now there are enough aid workers from all over the globe who just need our support. They couldn't work with everything that they need, and if we could supply them, they are trained, they are built for these things, right? If we could keep the flow going to them, it is more efficient for them to do the work.
Understood. So with so many Venezuelans here in Trinidad now calling it home, and this is not a recent phenomenon, we're talking here centuries old. Many could look at their own family root and recognize that their great-grandmother, great-grandfather would have been Venezuelan. So we are part of their fabric for many years. What's been the relief and the support like people, because I know, granted, when it happened, it was in the news cycle, but then other things happen and people are caught up with the politics of the day and the World Cup. So much is happening. Is there still that flow? Are people giving willingly and in a major way for this relief?
Yeah, so I would say so. A lot of Venezuelans reach out to us actually asking how they could help, how they could volunteer. And one of the challenges that we have in CEWA is that when we're doing this type of aid, right, the most labor-intensive thing is we sorting items, and we don't do that. And there's a reason why we don't do that. When you look at the receiving country for any disaster, whether it was Jamaica, Dominica in the past, the SVG, or even Venezuela now, their entire infrastructure is destroyed. It means the people who working on the port, their house break down. The people, the customs officer, their house damaged or they're missing children too. The police service and all of those things, every step that has to deal with that port, I think there are people who are missing, there are people who are under strain. So it don't function normally. So things that go to those ports get stuck for a really long time. No fault of the sending country, no fault of the receiving country. That's just how it is in a disaster. It's a disaster, right? So every item that we send, we have to make sure that it have a long expiry date. The longest possible expiry date, because you don't want to give somebody something to eat and they're eating it because they need it and it close to expiry or it expired and we give them more trouble.
Yeah, understood.
Right? So we have a system where we go through the supermarkets and the feedback from the supermarkets have been good. And all of this to answer your question is, yes, Venezuelans are helping also. They are contributing through the supermarkets.
Yeah.
And that money now gets remitted to COTT. We now go to the distributors directly and we get the longest expiry date on whatever they have, the newest stock that they have produced, and that is why we do the buckets the way we do them.
You know, President Tilak, I want to bring up something that it's almost heartbreaking to even mention it, but the reality is I've heard and I've seen where there are certain comments via the work you're doing where people are suggesting, well, hey, we have people in Trinidad hungry too, and we have folks here under pressure and under strain. Why help the Venezuelans? And I'm trying to figure out where is this line of thought or this perspective coming from? I mean, I'm sure you would have seen it yourself.
Yeah.
What's COTT's take on that kind of commentary for the work you all are doing?
Well, the reality is when a person on the strain, they see that they're on the strain, right? And that is the view that they have, right? And it's human nature to want to say, look, we must take care of ourselves first, right? That's human nature. And we do that. We do that as best as we can throughout the year. We have our clothes drive, we have our Christmas and other drives. We are not a hamper organization. We take up a few cases and we try to see it through the end, right? But we prepare like these things for major natural disasters because we expect that we should be ready when there's a disaster in Trinidad. Mm-hmm. And this is our way also of practicing, mm-hmm. right? Yes, we give wholeheartedly everything that we could, but we also spend the time to think about the disaster, how we could create new things, how we could mitigate water, right? Which is a big issue, right? Mm-hmm. And at some point in time, you run out of water bottles, right? It becomes inefficient to ship water bottles via air and sea. Right. So what technologies are there now? And we're in a lovely place where we have almost 100% humidity. Can we extract water from air? And we can. Right?
Yeah. I mean, and that's why I brought it up, because the reality is this is a disaster. Rivan, it's a disaster, and I'm trying to figure out why someone would even question the work of COTT or any other organization who is stepping up to help our neighbors in a time of need. How could folks looking on this morning contribute? Is it just based on product, or someone could put a financial contribution in the mix too?
Right. So as I say, we're not accepting products, right? Again, simply because we have to look at the longest expiry, and we try to keep everything uniform to make sure that when it goes to the receiving country, it is packaged in a way that they could just pick this up and drop it to the last person. Right, and when we buy product, we get it half the price than what the average person would do anyway, right? So we are asking for financial contributions. You can do it through the supermarkets. COTT has charitable status. If you go to www.cott.org and just click donate, right, you'll see the Venezuelan project. And it's really simple. We could give you a deed of covenant so that whatever donations they make, you could claim it as tax.
Understood. And finally, once the resources come in and you're now able to buy all the products, with the long expiry date, clearly you would need hands to package and to put things in a gear. Walk me through volunteers, how folks could get involved.
So this Saturday we have our first volunteering effort, right? And on our social media pages we have the registration form. We actually reached 200 people already, and we just put it out about 24 hours ago, right? And it just exploded, right? So trainees want to help, right? And I think it'll be wonderful. This is our first tranche. And we hope that we could get and show that it's hitting the ground very early.
Rivan, congrats again to you and the team. Tremendous work. And, it's something that you'll have been consistent with. But as you rightfully said, in the past, it would have been hurricane relief. This is probably the first time you're dealing with an earthquake relief?
Yeah, first time
earthquake. And I guess there's even a learning curve with that too. So it gives you, as you said, more experience. CNC3, tremendous work. Put the information out again. How can folks contact you?
So you can contact us at 333-SEWA, 333-SEWA, admin@sewott.org, or www.sewott.org.
Rivan Talak Singh, President of CNC3. Again, let's stand with Venezuela as we help them catch themselves after that most unprecedented earthquake. I mean, it was so dread that you saw what it did to the beach down Cedros. And imagine that's miles away. It shift up the whole shoreline. So that's to show you how intense that was. And it's a wake-up call for all of us here in Trinidad and Tobago. So, Rivan, keep us in the loop. All the best.
Take care.
We take the pause. We come back. See you soon.
Jimmy Boo Super Serious July Sale for seriously super-sized saving. Get the year's biggest savings yet on textile, curtain, home good, and much more. Seriously, shop the Super Serious July Sale today at Jimmy Boo in Barataria and Port of Spain.
We are your one-stop, most convenient, most helpful, most caring community pharmacy. Our pharmaceutical services include dispensing medicines, repeat dispensing, clinical governance. But we also have a fully stocked convenience store featuring our refreshment aisle, grocery lane, personal care products, toys, pet supplies. We are most conveniently located out of the traffic, just 2 minutes off the highway in Heartland Plaza, Endeavour Chaguanas. Contact us on 220-8705 or 470-5938 and visit us soon. Gaming Express Limited is a premium importer and retailer of the highest quality brand name electronics. We stock the widest range of PlayStation, Nintendo Switch, Samsung and Apple devices and accessories. Visit us at Shop 52, Level 2, Gulf City Mall in San Fernando, or contact us by phone or WhatsApp message at 687-7480 or 301-9797 or 798-1280. Like our Facebook and Instagram pages for updates on products and services.
Things don't always go as expected. Be ready with Trinry for auto, home, business and group life. Call us at 800-TRIN or visit trinry.com today. Huge insurance premium. Pay your premiums bit by bit with FlexiPay from Trinry. For more manageable auto, home and commercial insurance payments, call us at 800-TRIN or visit trinry.com today. Trinry, premier insurance coverage for less.
Magical Expressions Limited is the largest local importer and distributor of fresh cut stems, offering the widest range of beautiful flowers at the most affordable prices. Call us today at 701-6488 or visit our website to order.
Get the story first. Want to know what's happening in news, sports, or crime? Get the CNC3 app. As the story breaks, CNC3 is there giving you the story first on your mobile device. Be connected to the most trusted and reliable news source, CNC3. Access your world with just a tap. The CNC3 app. Download it today.
Welcome back. Let's get into our food for thought, words to inspire on this Friday morning, and we read together. If I have seen further than others, it is by standing upon the shoulders of giants. Again, if I have seen further than others, it is by standing upon the shoulders of giants. And let me tell you, There are many who we consider as giants that we look towards. We are in a better place because of their contribution. And that's what progress is about, you know. It's for us, the generation, to make it much better and easier. And not easier that, you know, they don't have to work, you know. You must put in work for anything you want, but at least it must be a process that is not as tough. To me, it can be if you went through certain tribulations, you want to have the next generation go through the same. We have to make it a bit better for them. That's what the progress is about. That is what continuity and being able to pass the baton in a winning place for the next. So beautiful words to inspire going into the weekend. But also going into the weekend, we need to know what's happening via our weather report, and stepping in to tell us the latest, Sagoni, she got you. Sagoni, good morning.
Hi there, I'm Roger Mohammed with your daily dose of weather. Well, right now conditions remain fairly settled, but the biggest story isn't about rain, it's about the dust. We've got a moderate to high concentration of Saharan dust haze that continues to blanket the region, and that's creating hazy skies and reducing air quality across the islands. If you have asthma, allergies, or other respiratory conditions, it's a good idea to limit prolonged outdoor activity where possible and take the necessary precautions. Now, as for the forecast, we do expect hazy, breezy to windy conditions at times throughout the afternoon with only a slight chance of an isolated shower. Now, most areas will stay dry, but if a shower does develop, don't be surprised if winds become briefly gusty in its vicinity. Now, tonight, conditions will turn mostly fair with a light breeze and just the odd isolated shower that is possible. Our temperatures will be wickedly warm throughout the day. Now, if you're heading to the beach or planning to go offshore, seas may become locally agitated as moderate to fresh east-northeast to east-southeasterly winds will continue across the area. While conditions do remain generally manageable, small craft operators and all marine users should exercise caution, especially where the dust haze may reduce your visibility. So today's forecast is really less about the rain and more about the haze that's hanging over the islands, even offshore. So enjoy the sunshine while it lasts. That's the forecast, and that's it from me.
What's that gonna do? Yes, indeed. Thank you so much, Sagoni. Let's get ready for the 7 a.m. news update. Much more on the other side.
This is more than just music. This is where you find the best of TNT. This is more than just a vibe. This is where Bollywood gets a twist. This is more than just energy. This is Bhangra and indie pop too. This is the mix. This is the life. Lock on or log on now. Sangeet 106.1 FM. This is authentic East Indian radio. This is us.
Time Check, brought to you by the Central Bank and the National Financial Literacy Program.
Good morning. I am Jens Laven with headline news on CNC3 and the TBC Radio Network. With several government websites offline and others down for maintenance, questions are once again being asked about just how secure Trinidad and Tobago's digital infrastructure really is. IT consultant Shivam Tilak Singh was among the first to flag the incidents after noticing what he says is a growing trend across government and private sector websites. While there is currently no confirmation that sensitive government data has been stolen, he says the danger lies elsewhere.
Now, somebody could come in now and do the same thing with maybe HGC, saying we're giving away houses, post fake ads online, link it back to that same website, which is being directed to a fake HGC website, even though it has the same domain, the same URL, that type of thing. It redirects them. They think they're on the HGC website, input their information, pay with their credit card, I'll deposit for $2,500, and it goes on from there.
Minister of Public Administration and Artificial Intelligence Dominic Smith says government agencies are already responding. He says some disruptions stem from maintenance involving third-party service providers. Minister of Trade, Industry and Tourism Kama Maharaj isn't fazed by Nestlé's decision to restructure its business. Instead, he believes the company's decision has opened doors for local entrepreneurs to set up and fill the void. Last week, Nestlé officials told workers that it was set to undergo a strategic review of its Trinidad operations. The company is exploring several options for its dairy and juices division, including a potential sale or closure of the Valsain factory, prompting concerns among local dairy farmers. Maharaj was asked to weigh in on Nestlé's decision to review its TNT operations.
Nestlé is restructuring their business and focusing in other areas, but they're not closing on anything. They are selling it and hoping that our local entrepreneurs and business people will step up and fill that gap.
Meanwhile, opposition MP Brian Manning says government decisions have adversely impacted the manufacturing sector and likely contributed to Nestlé's decision to restructure. Manning points to various policies which he noted increased the cost of doing business for the local manufacturing sector.
We allowed them to have access to US dollars so that we could increase the supply of US dollars locally. This government came into office and completely did away with that system. So now local manufacturers, including Nestlé, have been finding it very difficult to get the US dollars that they need to really perform and to operate their functions in Trinidad and Tobago. They also added an electricity surcharge. Now, manufacturing is an energy-intensive business, which means it mainly depends. It's one of its largest costs.
Stay tuned for another news update at the top of the hour and for comprehensive coverage in our midday news and major newscast at 7 p.m. on CNC3.
Indeed, one of my good friends in the culture, in the space, pan extraordinaire, cultural extraordinaire, Dean Colston. He joins me and we had a nice time. We actually just reminiscing on some of the memories of the last 2 weekends, New York and Toronto for Kess, Roots Rock, Soca Tour. You were a major part of it, and welcome back home, man. Great to see you again.
Hey, it's always an honor and a pleasure, man.
Yes.
And seeing you there, making it more happier because another son of the soil.
Yes.
represented.
Yeah, man. Yeah, man. Any
your thing.
Any space we get there to really shine the culture, it's important. And I saw what you did on the stage too with the pan and the beauty of it, and the introduction to many trying to figure out where the sound is coming from, how, and you just, your hands moving like fire. Yes, man.
Represent national instrument representing,
That's right.
And always I'm happy to do that. Fly the flag in the right directions.
And of course, tomorrow it's in the spotlight yet again. We're talking here Queen's Park, Savannah for the Generations of Steel concert. Walk me through putting this show together and bringing it to the Savannah, especially at this time, Saturday, 11th July, in early July.
Generation of Steel is Baby of Mines and Other Body of Mine, Mr. Gerard Mendez. And, we really want to
always put the youth on the highlight, and that's what we have to do because of the future, right? And the pan has gone, as we just said just now, so wide and far. You know, we wanted to more or less get the youths performing with their seniors also.
Nice.
Right? If you want to bring the experience, right? Making sure that they embrace the youth with the experience.
I always talk about it, continuity. For anything to get to the next level, we must get the young people involved. And we have to bridge that gap so that they can gain the experience from the elders, and now they could take it to the next level.
Yes, and I mean, and again too, you see more of the quote unquote bigger steel orchestras having a lot of junior steel orchestras now in their fray, and generations of steel is that we want to call that point to bridging that gap. Most of the times you may see youth now playing. After a while they will go on to the senior band, and you will see them playing, but you're not seeing the youth coming out to the event, and that is something that we want to see tomorrow, that the youth really come out to experience the event.
And I recognize children 12 and under could come in for free, but there are certain packages really. I'm seeing the ticket info. Walk me through the different tiers for the tickets.
I'm just saying it's 200 per single ticket, right? A tenner ticket if you want to call, and double seconds or double tenner tickets, so like 2-on-1. All right, we have it's $350. All right, so every time you get more and more, you get a less. You know what I mean? You have a family package.
Excellent.
Yeah. Also,
2 persons on one, the 4 persons on one.
Yeah, that kind of stuff. And we understand too the time is very, very, very tough. All right. In terms of you really want to get people out there. And the money count whatever dollar they have, and they want to spend it in the right way. No, really and truly, I mean, we have some little challenges, and I say little challenges, but I mean the challenges. To be honest with you, in this time, any challenges is a big challenge. So I had some little changes to my cars. I have to add like roadblock to the cars. Star lift also to the cars, because we had some, I just saying a lot of things, if you want to call it, promised at the time, but it came a little late, and some of the bands maybe just felt like listen, then we don't want to put it under too much pressure, but I had to make sure that things happen and happen for the youth.
And most importantly, the show goes on.
Yeah, and not only that, you see, the show, you're right, the show have to go on. You know what I mean? Because I am basing this, and I'm saying it over and over, on the youth to make sure that they have that platform to perform.
No, well, I know that's something you believe in strongly, Dane, and we give you our full support. Really great to see you as always, man.
And again, what I mean, thanks to all those who helped us, pull this through. And people tomorrow they're gonna have a serious and wonderful show because we put in a show together that people will remember.
Well, you're a showman, and when you're involved in something, I know it's people have to bring the A game. Queen's Park Savannah tomorrow, grandstand, right?
Yes, from Savannah at 6 p.m. All right, and come Generations of Steel. And you're going to enjoy the youth and senior band playing together.
Then always a pleasure, my brother.
It's a pleasure, and thanks for the support.
Of course, man. You know that. You know that. Yeah, only if you see Dane last week there, I'm theater, mash up the place,
Yeah, boy, it was really nice, boy. I would not lie to you, boy. I really felt good to see our culture reach that far.
Yeah.
And touching people that wasn't even
around it
for knowing the culture like that.
Yeah, because I mean, yes, you will have diaspora people in the shows like those big concerts, but they had so many people from Ukraine and Croatia and like all over the world. Good stuff.
Yeah.
Hey, Dan, all the best, my brother.
Thanks again.
For
Thank
sure.
You.
Hey, Generations of Steel concert tomorrow, Saturday the 11th, Queen's Park, Savannah. Be there.
deep into stoppage time all? They must be careful here. Oh no! But hang on. They are checking it. It's going to be in the hands of the VAR. This is unbearable. The goal has been reversed. They have felt everything it is possible to feel.
Get ready for the biggest business-to-business event of the year. The Trade and Investment Convention, July 9th to 11th at the Center of Excellence. Connect with buyers, distributors, and decision makers from around the world. Register today at www.ttma.com/TIC. Dress code in effect for business days with park and ride services available. Trade, invest, connect with the Trade and Investment Convention 2026.
Visit Tire Clinic Marketing, New Truck and OTR Tire Service Center at number 30 and 32 Montrose Main Road, Chabonas. Call today at 665-8973 or 672-3419. Alignment services available. Tire Clinic Marketing, Truck and OTR Service Center. A tire for every need.
Slam 100.5 FM and Amplio are bringing football fans together for the ultimate Friday football rhyme. Get ready for Amplio Front Row Fridays. Your front row seat to every match, every moment, every Friday. From June 26th to July 19th, the Slam crew hits different sports bar and football hotspots across Trinidad with live broadcasts, football trivia, crowd challenges, predictions, giveaways, DJs, vibes, and level football energy. Catch the Slam announcers broadcasting live from 7 to 9 p.m. every Friday. Check out the Amplia promo girls and giveaways on location, interactive games, fan moments, and non-stop excitement. Front Row Fridays, powered by Amplia and Slam 100.5 FM, progressive and unstoppable.
For me, people matter most. It's the same if you hail from Moruga, where I'm from, Mount Irvin, Scarborough, or Port of Spain. As a journalist, I'm focused on building that connection between Trinidad, the region, and the world. Most importantly, I want always to use my voice as a powerful weapon to break down barriers wherever they exist. This is why we are where you are.
This is more than just music. This is where you find the best of TNT. This is more than just a vibe. This is where Bollywood gets a twist. This is more than just energy. This is Bhangra and indie pop too. This is the mix. This is the life. Lock on or log on now. Sangeet 106.1 FM. This is authentic East Indian radio. This is us.
For the music lovers, those who want to be transformed, not only by the amazing vocals, but we're talking here set design and just taking you to a place. Well, Queen's Hall, that's where you need to be this weekend. It's happening Saturday and Sunday. It's all part of a grand night of opera. It's showtime. And it's showtime indeed. Anya Lee Badesi joins me live on set. And Anya is with great company, Jake Saloom, in the building also. Jake, I didn't see Jake for a minute. Anya?
I know.
Yes.
A few years.
A few years, right? And of course, Anya, welcome, guys.
Yes, thank you for having us.
I mean, total pleasure. I mean, when I'm looking at Queen's Hall, you all have Saturday, you all have Sunday.
Yeah.
You're going to deal with a kind of Broadway production on the Saturday, but then you'll go to full opera vibe on the Sunday.
Yes.
Walk me through Saturday's experience.
Sure. So Saturday's experience is Showtime, which is going to be put on by the Believe Junior Collective. And the Believe Junior Collective is a group of talented young vocal stars, the upcoming young vocal stars of Trinidad and Tobago. And we are coming together to put on a fantastic show. It's Broadway themed. So I would describe Showtime as a culmination of the biggest Broadway hits, the biggest Broadway shows that we know and love, all on one stage, on one night, and available to the people of Trinidad and Tobago to come and see. If they've never seen a Broadway production staged before, this is their chance.
And then, of course, Jake, as it pertains to Sunday, a whole different feel and mood. Walk me through what should be the grand takeaway for Sunday's showcase.
Well, I think what is incredible, at least for me, about Sunday's showcase is that we are being accompanied by an entirely live orchestra, and the vocals, as well as everything, is unamplified to give you that like real feel of what being in an opera house is like. So both shows are unique in their own ways, and for me it's been, what has been difficult is convincing my people to come both nights because I'm performing in both, but I explain the differences of the two shows, what you can expect, because whereas Saturday is focused on all the different Broadway shows and the different musicals, Sunday is opera. So we have stuff like Madame Butterfly being staged. We have stuff like L'Elisir d'Amore, The Elixir of Love, La Traviata. We're singing everything in its original language. So there's Italian in there, there's French in there. We have Carmen, which is a very famous opera. German is
a lot of English pieces as well.
So the vibe is completely different. So I explain to everybody, well, what's the difference, and I tell them, what you genuinely feel like you would enjoy more, come to. But that's what's great about this weekend, is that it's a chance to, if you've never been to Broadway, or if you've never been to the opera, this is your chance.
If there's one thing I do know about Broadway, or even an opera performance or a concert, the audience, there is lots of emotion that you feel from the vocalists. Delivering the vocals, do you all also get emotional and get totally lost in the piece?
For sure. For me, definitely. Definitely. The song that I'll be singing this year at Showtime is super emotional, and I started off when I was a bit younger. I sang a lot of music that was a little lighter, but now, as I'm growing into myself, I've been given a lot of music that was a lot more, it talks about what's going on in the world and a lot more emotional stuff, and me being an emotional person as well, and as artists, it's very easy for us to connect to that and really get into our characters and emotionally connect with our characters and what we're singing. And it's seen across the board throughout the opera singers and the Broadway performers as well in Showtime. It's really an amazing thing to see, especially from such a young cast. It's really, really fantastic, and I look forward to this show every year. It gives me an opportunity to really, emotionally connect back with myself and what I love, and the cast, we have such a good relationship and rapport, and it really shows on stage.
Where can we get tickets for the showcase this Saturday and Sunday?
Well, that's a good question, because I did the radio ad. So, so you can get your tickets at Bobarista in Movie Town. You can get your tickets at Anthony's Floral in Val Park. You can get your tickets at Dobom, and pick up a donut while you're there, because their donuts are amazing. I think those are the three main retailers. Island e-tickets as well.
And Michael and Jody's in South, for the Southies out there.
And obviously the box office there at Queen's Hall.
Yes.
Fantastic. Well, let me tell you, it's going to be tremendous. Congrats in advance. I know the emotion and the pageantry and the transformation that the audience members will go through. It's going to be second to none. I implore you, TNT, check it out this Saturday and Sunday. You're getting the Broadway style on Saturday, but the full opera. You understand? You feel like you're sitting down somewhere in Moscow.
Listen, yes, literally that.
You understand?
Yes.
All the best, guys. Great seeing you.
Thank you so much.
You're most welcome. What a time. I mean, we have so much talent in this place, and there is always something to do in our Twin Island state, Trinidad and Tobago, especially when it comes to the music. Very musical. We are indeed. We take that pause and we come back with much more.
Journey we're on. Each stage is unique. And at Tata Life, we not only understand, but also appreciate that you'll have different needs at different times. So trust us to protect you and yours with our comprehensive range of financial planning solutions to ensure that you never, ever have to worry. To learn more, contact a Tata Life advisor or visit tatalife.co.tt today. For the many stages of your life, Tata Life, a member of the Ansa McCall Group.
Breaking news! Something serious is sweeping the nation. Get seriously supersized savings on textiles, home goods, and much more in Jimmy Abboud's Super Serious July Sale. Shop now at Jimmy Abboud in Barataria and Port of Spain.
Downy Unstoppables are laundry scent boosters. Add a capful before each wash and you'll be amazed. The blast of freshness that lasts and lasts. Whoa, what a blast! Even at the end of the day, you'll still be enjoying that blast of freshness in your clothes. Downy Unstoppables, the blast of freshness that lasts and lasts.
Heart disease is the #1 cause of death in Trinidad and Tobago, driven by 2 silent threats, diabetes and high cholesterol. But now there's a powerful ally, introducing Berberine Plus by Asia Nutrition, clinically proven to stabilize blood sugar and keep cholesterol levels in check. With 99.9% pure extract, you get superior absorption and real results. Available now at Pennywise and leading pharmacies nationwide. Berberine Plus, your heart deserves better.
In the ever-changing media landscape, we at Guardian Media strive always to put you, our viewers and readers, first.
We strive to uphold the time-honored tenets of responsible journalism.
For us, accuracy is key.
And in our reporting, we strive not only to be first, but fair,
impartial,
and to uphold journalistic integrity.
Above all, we are accountable to you, and we must respect the views of our audience. That is our solemn contract with you.
Keen attention to detail.
Rigorous verification of facts.
Keep track of our editorial policies and guidelines, including our corrections policy, by logging on to www.guardian.co.tt for more.
Parents will do it, they'll go to work, have a day, bro, and come on and take that stress out on you.
Welcome to another episode of Manhood.
Everybody will do what they need to do to get what they want.
And if they can't fit in to the norms, then what they have to do, they'll survive.
Not everybody wants to kill me because I might be all kind of thing, but I think I'm a good person.
The aspect of a mentor seeing something in you that you can't see in yourself.
Check yourself, because you shape that generation.
Are we losing in many ways the values?
Since I have this Parkinson's diagnosis, there's a group, a very small group, type group, who will always look after me.
Inside the Mind Your Business today, we are dealing with puppetry. Oh! Yes, Dosha Charles, founder of Survival Scholars, is here for our Mind Your Business segment, and we're dealing here with Survival Scholars puppetry. Always a fun time, you know, really gives not only children, but I would imagine adults a chance to express their creativity, to become a character, to jump out themselves, as it were. Dosha, great to have you in the program. And good morning, girl. Morning.
Good morning.
Oh, thanks, girl. It's been a long, long time.
I've been good. How are you?
All is well, you know, I'm alive. I get up this morning. I was got a little problem with the itis, you know, but hey, I'm still here.
Good to see you, good to see you.
So tell me now, this puppetry business, is it time for in time for the summer?
Of course. We have many events for children. First, we have one at the Lisa Gardens Community Center with Bocas Lit Fest. Of course, the children could come down. We'll be doing puppetry and storytelling.
From when you're starting, girl, when you're going to open the doors for all of this?
Saturday, 18th July from 10 a.m.
Nice. Is there a cost, Dosha?
Absolutely free. My favorite.
Well, so hold on. You just come, bust a big smile, and you get in and learn about puppetry?
So we actually have registration open. It's on my page as well as Bocas Lit Fest page. Persons can register so they can be on.
So if I want to learn to make a puppet, is that possible?
Of course.
Well, is there, like, I mean, I am, as you can see, a very attractive and handsome puppet. But let's say I bring a socks. I could start with a socks?
Of course. You can use socks and even paper bag.
Paper bag?
Mm-hmm.
All right. So tell me, after that first one, you have any more for the summer?
Yes, so every weekend we'll be at SBCS Trinity Puppet Palace, where I can be found.
Is it for children, or let me say a big hardback man or hardback woman want to come and learn about puppetry? Could the hardback come too?
Yes, of course. All is welcomed.
And this is free?
So there's a small cost. So some days it's $100 per person, and other days with the all-inclusive special, it's $200.
What does puppetry do, you feel, Dosha, to somebody's, especially children's, personality and character?
Well, puppetry is very versatile. It can help anyone to creatively express themselves without even saying a word.
It's true. I mean, look at me. I out here from 19 all along. And, hey, let me tell you, back in the day when I was a little puppet, people used to watch me and laugh, ha, 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 ha. But I've grown into a senior statesman. And look now, I'm on TV, on Morning Brew, with that bald head one. What's his name again? That bald head. Brown bald head, shining bald head boy. What's his name again? Can't remember. But anyway, Dosha.
Yes.
How we can find you online? You're on the internet?
Yes, so we are on Survival Scholars page on Facebook and Instagram. And we also have a website, www.survivalscholars.com. All
right. Well, Uncle gone. I'm going to find out the ball head boy. Bring the ball head boy in. I'm gone.
Well, I tell you, I had a fun time there, Dosha.
Yes.
Ooh, that was fun. Yeah, I mean, obviously, you know, we're looking at all kind of, you know, different puppets. I'm seeing what, that Kermit?
Yes, that's Kermit the Frog. So we have a ladybug. So we have the famous Kermit.
Fantastic.
So at the puppetry programs, we always do the art of puppetry, which is where we show the different types of puppets that exist. So Kermit is a hand and rod puppet.
Excellent. What you have seen in terms of children, do you see people really, you know, expressing themselves, opening up? I mean, becoming a whole different character, I would imagine, because I mean, you're almost you're having communication through this said puppet.
Yeah.
And it's a whole fun process, I would imagine.
Yeah, it is. Recently, we went to an elderly home, and it was amazing. You know, bringing the elders through that creative play, and they feel like their childlike nature again. It comes alive.
Yes.
Yes.
At what point you started off in this puppetry journey?
So I started in 2019. I did play therapy, and play therapy, there's a component of puppetry. When I did the puppetry, I fell in love with it as to how it allowed me to express myself through words and even without even saying a word.
Excellent. So you said the first session, that's the free one, but then there's a small price attached for the, I guess that's the SBCS engagement.
Yes, at SBCS Trinity. That's where Puppet Palace is located. We have continuous puppet shows, puppet making, puppet parties, right? Schools come. We invite camps as well as it's vacation season to come and visit us for the art of puppetry, to enjoy puppetry.
Walk me through a puppet party. What, you all pull up to like a birthday party and do a performance?
Yes, so at Puppet Palace, we have a puppet party where we allow the students to hold the puppets, have the puppets, we take off the lights, put on disco lights and stuff, have bubbles. Yes. It's like a whole party, you know, they experience fun and just freedom.
Yes. And, you know, in a time of technology, I think, you know, this form of expression, this form of entertainment is so needed.
Definitely.
You know, that's what we used to do with toys. I remember your toy had a personality.
Yeah.
You know, your G.I. Joe, whatever, your case of Dolly, whatever, it would have had a personality, and you would have them having conversations. With the puppet really is a bit different. You're actually able to move them out in time and just create a whole storyline really for your puppets.
Yeah, it's very diverse. We allow them to role play different important topics like bullying, manners, you know, so that they could learn as well through puppetry. And we encourage them to use the puppets afterwards for like learning, and as well as the puppet being their body. So, you know, a long time ago we used to talk to the plants when we was learning and talk to the wall and things, so they can use their puppets.
Yes.
Right? In terms of learning and having fun.
Well, girl, I'm back on the scene. Took a little rest there, you know. I mean, this kind of time in the morning is be tough for me, you know. Hey, where the young girl there?
Just now, Grandpa, just now.
Come in there, granddaughter.
Oh, hello.
I want you to go out there. Let me tell you, let me give you a word of advice, granddaughter. Okay. Go out there and be your best.
I will.
You could do it. It's your time.
Yes, indeed.
Right? Make me proud.
Yes, Grandpa.
And see you at the workshop. Tell some friends. Let's have a puppet party.
Yes, fun time.
All right. Anybody want to send some love to? Anybody who been supportive other than me? Well, of course, you know I'm there with you, but this is your time.
Yes, I would like to send love to Elmo. That's my favorite. You know, the Sesame Street crew.
Yes. Yes, girl. Well, all the best. And thanks for coming through.
Thanks for having me.
I'm going to get some pie. You want some pie?
Yes, Grandpa. Thank you.
All right. Well, all the best, guys.
All righty.
The detergent smells nice while washing, but when you use the new Downy Intense fabric softener, with its new multi-capsule fragrance, it releases an intense scent that lasts twice as long. With the new Downy Intense, you'll enjoy a rich and delightful fragrance that keeps you feeling fresh 24/7.
Hey theater junkies, it's that time again for John Thomas's
Showtime! One night only.
Saturday, July 11th, Queen's Hall. Big voices, unforgettable music, and Broadway magic.
In a spectacular lineup of Dream Girls,
Mary Poppins,
Ragtime, Teen Beach, Aladdin, Into the Woods, Once on This Island,
and Hamilton! Get your early bird tickets at Bobarista Movietown, Port of Spain.
Anthony's Floral at Ballpark Plaza, Michael and Jody's at Gulf City Mall. All Dobom locations and islandlytickets.com.
See Believe social media pages or contact 754-0134 for details.
Showtime! One night only at Queen's Hall. See you there!
Hey, man. Where are you? Okay. He said 5 minutes. Anyone want dessert? Maybe he's stuck at the office?
Surprise!
Not yet, Carl.
Bro, I'm literally at the altar right now.
Relax. I'm almost there.
We're like the friend who isn't always late.
You have the rings.
CG United. Good like that.
From Trinidad and Tobago to Curacao, experience one of the biggest football weekends in the island's history. But beyond the excitement on the pitch, explore the people, the culture, and the atmosphere that makes Curacao so unique. This Sunday at 6:25 p.m. and catch the repeat on Wednesday at 5:30 p.m. Only on CNC3.
In the ever-changing media landscape, we at Guardian Media strive always to put you, our viewers and readers, first.
We strive to uphold the time-honored tenets of responsible journalism.
For us, accuracy is key.
And in our reporting, we strive not only to be first, but fair,
impartial,
and to uphold journalistic integrity.
Above all, we are accountable to you, and we must respect the views of our audience. That is our solemn contract with you.
Keen attention to detail,
rigorous verification of facts.
Keep track of our editorial policies and guidelines, including our corrections policy, by logging on to www.guardian.co.tt for more.
Sportsmanship is when an athlete walks off the court and you can't tell if he won or lost because he carries himself with pride either way. This quote is an embodiment of sport, and for me, sport is an embodiment of life. We are where you are.
Isabel Joy Farrar joins me on set, and such a tremendous story, a tremendous light. She came into the studio and immediately started to engage in conversation, and she would, of course, explain to you that her inspiration would have come from her late big sister, Gilbert, who, based on the book in hand, a tremendous poet, and based on this book in hand, based on your own lived reality, you're here with us today, and I want to thank you for not only being on the program, but for sharing your art, because to me, art is only art once it's shared. I mean, you could have kept all your writings for yourself, but you decided to share, and really and truly, we want to kind of start off from the inception. Where did the inspiration and the start really, when you go back in your memory bank, where did it all start for you?
So I remember being in primary school, and when I was in primary school, I remember getting these assignments to write short stories. And I would sit down there and I would think about what I wanted to write. And I remember doing one story where I took on the role of being a pair of ballet shoes. And I told the story from the point of view of a pair of ballet shoes, just going around town with this girl. And I wrote another story. They gave us a prompt and they said, write about a traumatic incident. And you would think like maybe a 10-year-old and 11-year-old doesn't have any particularly traumatic incidents, hopefully. But I wrote about the birth of my baby cousin, and he was premature. And I remember sharing those things with my family, and I just remember them saying, this story really moved me. Please keep writing. And yeah, it started from there in primary school.
Primary school and of course at home with the family. But how much would you say your sister played an important and integral role?
So my sister was a good bit older than me. So we had different mums, same dad. So when I was a little girl, when I was born, she was already in her early 20s. And I always looked up to her as this cool girl. I just remember she had like these cool like denim jackets and she was just very like rock and roll and edgy. And I didn't really appreciate her poetry until I got older, and I saw how invested she was in it. I saw how much she worked to get her master's in creative writing at UE, and I knew she wanted to publish something. So this January, unfortunately, she passed away unexpectedly, and when she passed away, the book got published. So she had moved to the UK, and she had gotten internationally published with different poetry magazines. And this book, what I love about it is that it really draws heavily on a lot of Caribbean metaphors. Her writing and her craftsmanship is so elaborate. It's the kind of poems that you can read over and over and get more and more meaning out of each time. So when Shaquille, big up Shaquille Warren, by the way, thank you so much for inviting me to do this. When he asked me if I wanted to do the show, I immediately thought I want to use this as an opportunity not only to share my writing and my poetry, but also my sister's writing, and the fact that it's what's keeping her alive. Like, her legacy is going to always be there because of this book. And
could you share one of her works with us, and then we'll go straight into yours?
Sure.
So I'll exit and you take it away.
No problem. Okay, so this poem is one that she actually did a spoken word for, and she has it on YouTube. So if you ever want to look it up and hear it in her voice, feel free to do so. I'm going to do my very best to give it justice. Okay. Lajablas considers flight. They named you Shada, crash of broken glass. The villagers saw the signs, the keloid tattoo, the eclipsed iris, the blotched tongue. At 16, you swiped oxblood from a stubborn son, charged a light pole in his name, totaled a man, exiled a soul. They had enough of you, luring fathers into forests, your night kitchen strewn with rice. Kobo overseers share a hunch, knowing birth is a fate worse than breath. They smell the rot. Your time is nigh. They will send you to slaughter, drown you in an unblessed sea. Thank you.
Excellent. And now I guess we could take in one of your works of art. Again, just to let folks know, Gilbert French. Before we wrap things up, I'll definitely again want you to tell everyone where we could get this. And now this is your piece. What's the name of it?
Okay, so this is called Then the Voice in My Head Said, and I wanted to shout out the newspaper that it's from. It's from the school that I work at. We have a newspaper. It's called the Maple Messenger. I love my school so much because as a teacher there, I was a student there myself, and that was also like a vital source of inspiration for my writing. They have so many creative things, and there was this competition called What's Your Right? So after I did CXC, I went to this school. It's Maple Leaf International, by the way, and they have a competition called What's Your Right? And I entered my short story, and I won, and it was such an empowering moment for a 16-year-old. I think I was 16 or 17, and that also kept me going, made me want to write more. And it's so crazy because it's such a full circle moment, because now the teacher that founded it, I'm on the committee with her. She's my HOD, and yeah, it's just awesome. So
Isabel, take it away.
Thank you.
Take it away.
Then the voice in my head said, I see you've been twisting and turning, lighting and burning, sleeping and keeping these dark thoughts from creeping. But it's this never-ending midnight, so turn on your night light. I'll tuck you into bed tightly. You're bleeding, it's unsightly. Now your bedspread is red, dreams drop dead, are seeping out of your head. You couldn't contain them, but darling, you need not explain them. As your angry lover retreats, roll out your stained bed sheets. Let them paint your body scarlet. In the moonlight, you're a starlet. In the dead of night, you're a lively sight. So when all is too loud, when all is too quiet, wake up the crowd and start a riot. Then run with delighted screams, your arms outstretched running for the life of your dreams. And now leave all unnecessary things behind. Discard their voices, keep me in mind. It's peaceful in the forest. We sit naked for the dawn, listening to the sound of dreams rising as they are reborn. Thank you.
Yeah, Isabel. As we wrap things up, Isabel, where can folks, if they want to keep in touch or at least get information on the book, how can they reach out to you?
I'm really excited to talk about where they can get the book because it's going to be on sale. I'm going to have a booth in October, on October the 10th at the Bookish Market. So one of my co-workers is hosting this fantastic market. They're actually still looking for vendors. So if you have plants, flowers, candles, books, they're looking for all these local artisans and artists. And it's going to be at Queen's Hall from 11 a.m. to 4 p.m. October the 10th. Excellent. So I'll have the book on sale there, and I hope everyone comes out and enjoys the human creativity. I didn't get to touch on it, but I just think in this era of technology, and especially from the vantage point of a teacher, it's so important that we keep human creativity alive. So
well said.
Yeah.
Isabel.
Thank you so much.
Real joy. Isabel, it's been a real joy, a literal joy to have you on the program.
Thank you so much for having me.
You're most welcome.
Really appreciate it.
Most welcome. We're going to take that pause and come back with some music. Classy joins us from now straight up until 8 a.m. Isabel, all the best.
Same to you. Thank you.
All right.
Step into ABC Doors and Windows, where quality meets variety. Discover premium wooden, steel panel, fiberglass, and steel security doors alongside aluminum, UPVC, and steel windows designed for strength and durability. At ABC, we're always a better choice, delivering products built to last and service you can rely on. Visit our showroom at 1 Chancotrace, El Socorro South, or call 638-7184 to make your dream home a reality.
At Cruise Inn Hotel and Yachting Center, we're all about time. In fact, once you check in, there's no time to lose. Reconnect with a little family time. Make a splash with some pool time. Spend some treasured quality time. Or just immerse yourself in some quiet time. Indulge your senses at dinner time. We even have the perfect venue when it's your celebration time. So it's high time you visit Cruise Inn. Choose our day pass or call 607-4000 to make your dinner or hotel reservations or to find out more about our event spaces. Take a time out at Cruise Inn Hotel and Yachting Center.
The Israelite Church of God in Jesus Christ, teaching the truth about God's people, God's plans, and the secrets of God, all written within the pages of the Holy Bible, which is the Word of God. Watch The Hidden Truth every Thursday at 5:30 a.m. to 6 a.m. on CNC3.
From Trinidad and Tobago to Curacao, experience one of the biggest football weekends in the island's history. But beyond the excitement on the pitch, explore the people, the culture, and the atmosphere that makes Curacao so unique. This Sunday at 6:25 p.m. and catch the repeat on Wednesday at 5:30 p.m. only on CNC3. Get the story first. Want to know what's happening in news, sports, or crime? Get the CNC3 app. As the story breaks, CNC3 is there giving you the story first on your mobile device. Be connected to the most trusted and reliable news source, CNC3. Access your world with just a tap. The CNC3 app. Download it today.
Classy joins me yet again on set. Tell us the latest via his musical journey. no stranger to the program. Welcome back to the show, my brother.
Thank you so much for being here, Jason.
Can I match in there with the brown and vibes there?
I was now telling you, I feel even more comfortable matching with you this morning.
Yes. Since our last conversation, what's the journey been like? You know, obviously, I know progress has always been made in the music.
Yes.
What's the latest on your end?
Well, 2026 is a very special year for me. It actually marks 20 years I've been in the entertainment industry as an artist. You know, doing different things, music, being on the radio as a radio personality for maybe over a decade, on a couple of frequencies, promoting parties, you know, doing weddings, events, corporate functions and stuff as a host. So, you know, it's a very special year. As you said, progress is constant.
Yes.
We're working every day, every week, every month, every year. And yeah, I just enjoy the journey.
I mean,
I enjoy it.
And that's the important thing, to really still be in the moment, enjoy it after 20 years, to be consistent within the space. You know, 20 years, as a milestone. You doing anything to celebrate it, though?
Well, the thing about it is this song, for the past maybe 4 or 5 years, on my birthday in April, every year I drop a song for my birthday.
April what? I'm April
24th.
I'm April 25th, bro.
Look at that.
Taurus people, right? Good people. Myself and Sunny Bling, actually.
Oh, wow.
All of us are. So Sunny is 25th, I'm 25th, and now you're the 24th. Wait, that's crazy.
And I'm happy you said that because you are actually one of my biggest mentors when it comes to hosting events and stuff.
I appreciate that.
I look up at you, and I've been doing so from a very long time.
Yeah.
So let me just let you know that one time.
Thanks a lot, man. I appreciate that a whole lot, man.
Yeah, I mean, every year, as I said, I drop a song for my birthday, and as I said, this year being 20 years, I did something special. So this track is something known as Afro-Caribbean. Something I never did before, so we have some visuals for it. Nice. And, you know, that is basically what I gave to the people for 20 years.
Excellent.
For my supporters.
No, I tell you, it's a great, I mean, from what you would have explained, hosting, the radio performance, it's a tremendous time, and it's a tremendous time to be alive within the entertainment space, and it goes to show that we're all part of the creative root, and you can't just get zoned into one. You know, you continue to just expand and create, bro.
Of course.
That's important.
Of course.
That's important. So the song you're going to give us today is that one you released on your birthday?
Is that one, correct.
Oh gosh.
Yes.
Have it for you, you know? Have it for you, and we're going to come back and get all the relevant information, socials, and ways to contact and book Classy in your event. Classy, take it away.
Let's go.
All it took was one look for me to fall in love. For me to fall in love with you. For you to fall in love with me. Girl, you got the body of a queen. Look and come in. Don't make no scene, my lady. Me and you tonight, I treat our body right. No exchanges. And you make me feel so nice. Just like the morning light. Girl, you take my breath away. And I don't know what to do. You got me caught in you. Forever, girl, I wanna stay. All it took was one look for me to fall in love. For me to fall in love with you. For you to fall in love with me. All it took was one look for me to fall in love. For me to fall in love with you. For you to fall in love with me. Hey. One time, why you give me one time? 2 time, why you give me 2 time? 3 time, why you give me 3 time? Time. 1 time, why you give me 1 time? 2 time, why you give me 2 time? 3 time, why you give me 3 time? She want me stick to the motion, clocking on time, swimming on the ocean, come with that crime. Baby girl, you know I want you, girl. Because here is my vibe. Swimming at the ocean, come with that crime. Stick to the motion, clocking on time. Baby girl, you know I want you, girl. Because here is my vibe. And you make me feel so nice. Just like the morning light. Girl, you take my breath away. Yeah. And I don't know what to do. You got me caught in you. Forever, girl, I wanna stay. All it took was one look for me to fall in love. For me to fall in love with you. For you to fall in love with me. All it took was one look for it to fall in love. For me to fall in love with you. For you to fall in love with me. Girl, you got a style that nobody can take away. You and I fit so perfectly. So give me the motion, all your love and devotion. This feeling is so strong. Together we hold on. Hey, one time, why you give me one time? 2 time, why you give me 2 time? 3 time, why you give me 3 time? All it took was one look for it to fall in love. For me to fall in love with you. For you to fall in love with me.
Yes.
Now, yeah. One look. So you say, hold on, class, you set a visual to this already?
Visual set, yeah.
Nice. So we could find it, obviously, on YouTube.
On YouTube, you just type in Classy. I mean, my Classy, as you saw on the screen, is K-L-A-S-S-Y.
Yes.
And the name of the track is One Look.
When you started off 20 years ago, your sobriquet name was always Classy, or was there any change or adjustment over the years?
Nah, I started with Classy.
And what's the story again behind Classy? I think you told me, I'm trying to remember.
Honestly, Jason, a lot of people ask me that. For me, it's not a name, it's a lifestyle. Classy is a lifestyle. It's the way you treat people, the way you talk, the way you carry about yourself.
Yes, yeah.
You know, so that is basically the definition and the reasoning behind it, you know.
Yeah, I can understand, you know, and I mean, you know, you do stuff, you represent yourself with class and distinction at all times.
Right, yes.
In terms of the business side of it, bookings, you know, the socials, walk me through every single detail.
Everything Classy on the social, from TikTok to Facebook to Instagram, K-L-A-S-S-Y. You know, I want to say much love to my road manager, trellanlane@gmail.com. You can message him for bookings. You could even message me directly. You could DM me for bookings as well. But you know, I try my best not to make things complicated. You know, you message me, we have a conversation, we negotiate, and we get it done.
Of course.
The objective is to ensure that, you know, you're happy and we all have a good time.
You curate experience and create a memory for people.
Correct.
Classy in the building, man. Great to have him. Geraldine, of course, avid contributor. We'll always call with commentary.
Yes.
Yes, man. Hey, Classy, I want to take us out in style yet again. But before you do that, any major projects from now towards the end of the year?
I do actually have something dropping in about 2 weeks.
Excellent.
I wouldn't, you know, say too much on it as yet, but I just want to say also much love to my producer, Mavericks, Dread Beats. Also much love to the people that support me as an artist and the product, from my fans to my parents, you know. And thank you so much. You know, let me just say thank you to you and CNC3 for having me.
For sure, Classy.
It's really a pleasure being here. Thank you so much.
Great to have you again, my friend.
Yeah,
that's
man.
yours there. And with that, I'm going to make my exit. Classy is going to take us out in style. One look. Have a great one this weekend. TNT, be safe. And Godspeed. I'm back for more on Monday. Classy. Yes. One look.
For me to fall in love with me.
Y'all check it out one time.
Girl, you got the body of a queen. Look and come in. Don't make no scene, my lady. Me and you tonight, I treat our body right. No exchanges. And you make me feel so nice, just like the morning light. Girl, you take my breath away, and I don't know what to do. You got me caught in you. Forever, girl, I wanna stay. All it took was one look for it to fall in love. For me to fall in love with you. For you to fall in love with me. All it took was one look for it to fall in love. For me to fall in love with you. For you to fall in love with me. Hey. One time, why you give me one time? 2 time, why you give me 2 time? 3 time, why you give me 3 time? Time. 1 time, why you give me 1 time? 2 time, why you give me 2 time? 3 time, why you give me 3 time? She want me stick to the motion, clocking on time, swimming at the ocean, come with that crime. Baby girl, you know I want you, girl, because here is my vibe. Swimming at the ocean, come with that crime, stick to the motion.
You're watching CNC3. As an affiliate of Al Jazeera, we now join their current program.